Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. Saints Block Party podcast coming at you. And whew, we have a lot to talk about on this episode. We are recording this Wednesday night. The New Orleans Saints have their final preseason game this upcoming Saturday against the Denver Broncos. Adam here, joined with my guy, Ryan, aka Wolf, and we gotta talk about it right out the gate, bro. We gotta talk about it. Colin Sanders traded for backup center Luke Fortner.
Luke Fortner, baby. That's
happened
the news
happened,
of the day.
happened right after right after the game. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe.
Please.
Put in the chat. 10 a goal of getting 10 super chats. We'll see if we'll get there. But we'll get into like the big news of the.
Sorry, Ma. Sorry if you're watching. I got smoked today. Puffs up.
But I want to talk about the Fortner. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. The Luke Fortner thing first, and then we'll obviously get into like the big news that came out today.
Yeah.
They traded Colin Saunders, excuse me, which made sense because they have a logjam. I'm not going to say had, because they still have a logjam at defensive tackle. It's been something that we've been talking about on this pod throughout the offseason, throughout training camp, and we've been saying it. Like, the odd people out on that line just appeared to be Bink and Nathan Shepard. Like, they just seem to be like the people that just don't have a lot of time on the roster. Boom, the Saunders trade happens, and the player that they traded for, Luke Fortner, backup center for the Jags, played at Kentucky. Actually, was actually a teammate of Landon Young. Let me tell you how much of a sicko I was.
Sick.
If you don't have NFL Plus, I'm not a shield for the NFL, but that NFL Plus is fucking clutch.
Clutch, bro.
Absolutely clutch. The way that you can just go type in the name of a player, it's insane in terms of just how clutch it is. I went back and watched the snaps that Fortner played last year when he actually got in the game as a starter, and I actually watched all of his preseason snaps that he played against the Saints last week and against the Steelers in week 1.
Dang.
If you know anything about us, we don't watch offensive linemen. We don't watch them. It's just a code in our thing that we just don't watch them.
A center?
A center, bro. We did watch Kelvin Banks for our Rookie of the Week episode that ended after the Tyler Shuck episode, Patreon only. But when I came, and it's funny because Jags fans were just so happy to see him go, and Saints fans, like, we were so happy to see Bink go. So that's a perfect trade, like fair trade. Everyone wins. I was just like, this makes sense. Will Clapp goes down. He's done for the season. I think they said it was a Liz Frank injury, if I remember. Yeah, Liz Frank injury on his foot. And the snaps that I saw, like, I tweeted, it's like, you probably don't want Luke Fortner to like start, but if he did have to start like a game, like, you're okay. Like, you're okay with it. And he did appear to be a very, like, one of his things in this. I talked to our dude John Shipley, who covers the Jags, that gave him a lot of credit. He's an extremely intelligent player. And just texting with him about Fortner as a player. And I think a good thing with this move, it improves the depth across offensive line. But for Simpkins, which I think is really important, is that he is able to go back and play his natural position at guard. And he's been one of the most good stories from this draft class. Undrafted offensive lineman from South Carolina, has been thrusted into playing center in preseason when Will Clapp went down. He's been a revelation. So a good trade across the board, and it's just funny how it worked out that it came like literally right after the Jazz game took place.
Hilarious, bro. They showed Bank walking out the tunnel.
I saw that, bro.
Everybody else running out like, yeah, let's go. Bank just walking out like, man, why am I here, bro? But yeah, it makes sense, bro. And really, that last part is key because I'm not saying Cesar Ruiz has a chance of getting like cut or anything like that. His contract makes that like damn near impossible. But as far as being on the field, if you got somebody, if he continues to play like he's been playing this preseason, Cesar Ruiz, that is, you got to look at other options at some point. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna sprinkle a little something when we talk about the Vele trade and all that, but keep going.
You got to look for other options because Ruiz has been bad this preseason.
Awful.
Bad. And I mean, if y'all have been following, even watching like training camp, like the training camp footage that New Orleans Football was putting out, even in that, it hasn't been good. Like, so look, we used to get our jokes off on Ruiz when he first got drafted, like his first 2 seasons. He finally put together like a solid season, his third year.
Like season and a half, and
then we kind of laid off him. He got paid, and it was like, okay, we're gonna leave Caesar alone. But this season here, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, what you okay?
He's regressed.
He's regressed,
bro.
It's regressed, man. Like badly, man. So we'll see how that works out. Huh?
Thank God it didn't work out. Thank God it didn't work out. But if you remember, part of the perimeter of the Mr. 22 trade was that Caesar was going to be included in that trade. It was like, what, is it 2 first-round picks and then Caesar? I think, like, I forgot what the perimeters are, but what was it? Aaron Wilson was like reporting on it, like all like day by day.
About that,
yeah, like it was like 2 first-round. I think I'm so like just every day I was just like, please don't go through, please don't go. I just couldn't do it, bro. But like he was like, and I remember like Texas will get like a starting good like offensive line. Like he was like part of that trade package that was going to go to Houston. Had the Falcons and the Browns like not stepped up, so the regression has been real for him. I just hope, and this is where I kind of want to see like the true testicular fortitude of Kellen Moore is. I want to see Simpkins with the ones, bro. Like I want to see it,
real man.
Like, we're not gonna see it in the final preseason game against the Broncos, but like I just want to. It would be good to see like a look to see like does he belong? Like can he hold his own? Because you already know what it looks like with Caesar, and we'll get into it when we talked about the quarterback battle, but all this pump and circumstance being brought up about this third preseason game, like this third preseason game is going to be the deciding factor. Like these players have shown you who they are for an entire summer. Like at this point, coaches absolutely know. They know.
Especially for a position like quarterback. Come on now.
Hey,
come on.
We gonna save that. That's gonna be later. So the big news of today that everyone in the tizzy, Saints get some juice and they get a much needed position. They trade for Devaughn Vele, former Denver Broncos wide receiver, giving up a 4th round pick and a 7th round pick to trade for Devaughn Vele.
From the Broncos.
From the Broncos. can I just say, like, I was just thinking about this. Imagine being Devaughn Vele and you get this message, bro. Can you imagine being him, bro?
Man, Rocco's cooking. They got a little, got a little juice.
Might be low key a Super Bowl contender, bro.
Yeah, they right there.
You get the news, she going to the Saints, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I guess from the other perspective, it's like, because I'll put on the table what I know, and I know people are saying, like, the Broncos reporters are reporting his playing time in Denver was dwindling to, like, he was going to essentially be a backup player, if not cut completely. Because at this point, Troy Franklin was outperforming him in training camp, and they drafted Pat Bryant this year in the draft, and he was outperforming him in training camp. Already have Cortland Sutton and Marvin Mims. So that's 4 receivers. And they picked up Trey Sherfield or whatever, who has had a sneaky training camp. So that's 4 or 5 receivers ahead of him. And he was like a starter last year. So he was like in the 3 wide receiver sets last year. But you have 2 other receivers, especially with Franklin and Pat Bryant, who had kind of overtaken him in the depth chart. And so he was on the outside looking in terms of getting snaps, if not completely, was not going to maybe like even make the team. And I know Broncos people are saying he was a starter, blah, blah. Not the case. It just wasn't a thing. So I think you put it in the Discord perfectly. Like the player, the process of just how the Saints, and when I say the Saints, I mean in this situation, Mickey Loomis goes in terms of acquiring him is just highly, highly just not done well. Because I can report on this podcast, the only things, and I think Underhill reported, like, and Jeff Duncan, like, the reason why it was just the pick was so high was because of the like there was like other competing teams. The competition was teams were offering pick swaps. Pick swaps. Woof. We will do some pick swaps to acquire Vele. And here comes Mickey.
Oh.
I can do better than that. And so in totality, like, so it's one of those moves where I was like, Vele on this team and this receiver room makes sense. Like, he gives this receiver room something that it desperately needs, size. Like, that play in the red zone, I don't know if you saw it. Maybe you had left at the point, or maybe you didn't. Or that fade that Rattlers tried to throw to, I think it was like Pettis in the red zone, or whatever. Like, a player like with Vele, that's maybe a touchdown. In terms of, so it's something that the wide receiver room has desperately been needing. And I think for them, meaning the offense, and I know that the front office has been wanting a player that could be a consistent chain mover on third down, a bigger body, whatever. So, and for that, they were able to accomplish that. They've also trying to put out like, we're probably going to get a 4th round comp pick for Paulson Adebo. So, like, what is it really, this 4th rounder? I like the player acquisition. I'm fine with that logic. Just how they went about doing it is just pure more. Oh boy.
Every time, bro. Always with the Saints. It's never you could just be like, oh, hell yeah. It's always like, oh, cool. Oh, what? Because I swear, somebody got traded earlier, like a Vikings defensive tackle or something. And I was like, I put in the Discord. I was like, come on, Saints, do something. Then I left, started cooking dinner and stuff like that. Finally ate, sat back down, pull up Discord going, just crashing out. I'm like, what is going on? And I just saw that we got Vele I was like, oh hell yeah, man! I like Vele. I watched the
Yeah.
Broncos last year. I was like, oh man, this is cool. And we gave up a 4th and a 7th. I'm like, what?
When he was drafted in the 7th round last year. What?
And you know what? And I remember him being an older prospect.
Yeah.
Hey, I was 27. I was like, God
27.
damn, I didn't know it was that old. Shit.
Nigga almost 30. Woof.
Boy, older than Shep. How hard it is to be older than Shep? I was
having AARP meetings right now, bro.
like, whoa, what's up, brother? It's like, I was like, oh man. So it was just another one of those situations, like most Saints trades, where you kind of conflicted, where yes, you're excited about getting a player, you're excited about this and that, but you're also like, man, what were they thinking? Like, giving up. First of all, like a 4th round pick, not a big deal for me. Like but the Saints, depending where they pick, that could be like the 101, like the 101st pick in the draft. Like
yeah, it could be a top 100 pick.
That's like a decent pick. You know what I'm saying? Still, I'm not tripping about a 4th, but the process of a 4th for a 7th round pick, who was a 7th round rookie, who the big thing is for me, like the biggest issue with this trade is the kid has had chronic knee problems.
There it is.
Since he's been with the Broncos. He's barely been able to practice at training camp, missed all the mandatory minicamp. Even Sean Payton said, I tweeted the article out where he was saying it's just one of those things you just got to manage throughout the year. Like, this is one of the things that just you're going to have to manage throughout the season where, he has like a knee maintenance type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that was a big, part of the reason why they tried to bring in people to compete against him and,
right.
ship him out, because he's 27, so he's not like a 21 or 22-year-old player, 27-year-old player with chronic knee issues. So, okay, is this guy going to be like a part of my future 3 years from now? You know what I'm saying? So from the Broncos standpoint, it's like, shit, let me get what I can get right now. From the Saints standpoint, it makes complete sense to just get somebody to come in and help you at a place of need, but
it's just like y'all couldn't.
What's the 7th? What's the point of the 7th round pick? Like, what?
And part of me's like, y'all couldn't do a conditional. Y'all couldn't do a conditional, bruh.
Y'all couldn't throw some. Okay, if he catches 800 yards, it goes from a 6th to a 5th, or a 5th to a 4th, or something. Because it's like, okay, if he produces, then it's like, okay, we don't care about him before. You can't even. Y'all couldn't even work that out. Like, seriously? Mickey trash, bro. Mickey's so trash.
Trash, bro. The amount of laughter that is happening in the league right now over this trade.
Talk about it, bro.
I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna talk about it ad nauseum, bro. Because I'm not. But when I said on this podcast, what was it, 2 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, that the Saints are laughing, and I even think at this point it's not even like the Saints are the laughing stock. It's just like Mickey Loomis makes them the laughing stock at this point, because it's like it's the process. Like if we came on this podcast and said like, oh, the Saints acquired Vele for like a conditional 6th round pick or conditional 5th round pick, I think that changes the conversation. But it's like to just give a 4th and a 7th for a player who's 27 with the chronic knee issue. And here's the thing, is like, yes, there was competition in the league to try to other teams to try to get him. Like the Niners, I can say that out loud, was another team trying to get him. But like what the Niners were offering was nowhere near close of what y'all like gave. So it's just like, those are the things when you're dealing with other business people, like because this is it's a business, like, and when you do these things that are like business moves, people are like, man, are you dumb? Like, are you dumb? Like, that's Renee had asked this point, and I'm trying to find it because it's a good question. I wanted to like address it. Basically, it was him asking, can't find it. Wesley asked, bruh, they wouldn't have taken the fifth. They probably would have taken the fifth. Right? Oh, there it is. Why not wait until everyone gets cut down to the 53 and see what shakes out? Because like that's the thing. When you want a player and you know you have competition, like you have to trade something to kind of ensure that you get that player. The issue is that it just seems like they kind of overshot what they needed to give up to,
which is what they always do. I mean, it's like it's just like people that
Mass Collector said, no, the Broncos had another similar offer of a 4th and 7 and just preferred this one. No. Chronically false. Not true.
To the person that just typed that, ask yourself why that information is coming out. Wherever you read that, ask yourself why that's coming out. And make that make sense to yourself. Like, just think about that for a second. Why would that information come out?
I know why.
And that's your answer.
I know why.
It's like think about this, people. Like, no. No. It's like, come on, man.
Justin Cash, thank you for the $2 super chat.
Thank you, Just.
Saints record prediction this year. We did a records prediction podcast. I had them winning 5 games. Wolf had them winning 6 games. I don't know if he's still clinging to the 6 games.
I'm just gonna stand on it, bro. It's what I put out there. Standing on it. But no, bro. Like, it go back to like the CD deuce. Like, as we reported here, traded CD for what, a 5th?
Yes,
a 5th round pick, and didn't
survey the league, bro.
Didn't survey the league to see what they can go on it. Just like ship them out of here. And
punitively.
And at the same time, still got the same defenders coming out right after that. Like, they didn't want to extend them anyway, or come with all these excuses. It's like, yeah, but you couldn't try to get a little more than a 5th. And we just see it over and over and over again with Loomis. He always either overpays or underpays or undersells when trading players. Like, he's just always getting goofed, bro. He always tooting it up. Like, and in this one, he had to deal with Sean. Come on, man. Please.
Tooting, bro.
Man, Sean, like, I got Terry on the line. He offering a 5th. What you gonna do, Loomis?
And then Sean moved the phone away from his face. He talking to Pete. That's the truth. Oh yeah. It's a real 5th, Mick. It's a real 5th. Like, but from a football standpoint, I like this trade for whoever the starting quarterback is.
Oh yeah,
because. Man. Shuck, Rattler, whoever, it gives them a bigger weapon. And hey, if I need to, assuming Vele's healthy and his knee checks out. Sorry, this fucking interaction in the chat. Justin asked, "What's this gonna take to get rid of Loomis in y'all opinion?" And Dante said, "Homicide."
Delete the Dante.
About to get us demonetized in this bitch, bro.
Please delete.
Please. But I like the wide receiver room a lot better. Like, we can bitch about the process. And it's terrible. Whatever. As Vele is healthy, I also think it helps with if the offensive line can open some holes. I think it helps with the run game too.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Oh yeah. Man. I pulled up what I could before coming on here, just watching his snaps with the Broncos last year. Good player, man. Like, I just was like, man, this is smooth the way he runs, plays with a lot of effort. Even if you look at, like, they were playing the Ravens, got stumped by the Ravens, like 41-7 or something like that. But even late in that game, you see him running routes hard, playing with effort. Even though they get blown out, wasn't targeted a lot early, but he still gave full effort on the routes that he was running. He was getting open. He was getting open quite a bit, but Bo Nix was a rookie quarterback, and I think Sean was just like telling Bo Nix where to throw pretty much. But just a good speed. I think he ran a 4.47 at the combine, 6.5. That's really good speed for a guy his size. Physical, like you saw him in a run blocking game. Like he gets in there, he gets physical. He gets in there, bro. Like that's all if you got that 1-2 as a run blocking wide receiver, that'll get you on the field a lot. And I think that's why he started to get more playing time. As the time went on with the Broncos. So I love the addition of him. I think it was exactly what like the Saints needed.
Yes.
I was looking at some of the advanced stats, like he had a lot of targets in the short and intermediate range, which is like where the Saints would use him. And that's not that he can't go deep too, because he can, but it's just the way he was used. He was used a lot in the short and intermediate. That's just the Sean Payton offense. You lined up in the slot mostly, but he also lined up out wide. They used him in a lot of the condensed formations close to the line. A lot of time he'll be the inside guy, like on a 3-man bunch. So I love it, bro. Like I love the addition. Just we just take the compensation and the process, move that to the side, just look at the player. I like that. I like getting him in the building.
I do too. And I will say, like, one of the alarming things I was told today was I was told that the Saints felt they needed to make this move was because that they needed a wide receiver 3.
Which is something I've been kind of. I'm like,
it's been on your radar, bro.
Where is Brandon Cooks?
Your radar.
Where is Brandon Cooks?
And what's been weird to me, did he play? He didn't play in the Chargers game. I know that Shuck got to play with Olave and Shaheed last week, but I don't know if Cooks played in week 2.
I don't think so.
So it's like,
I could be wrong.
I don't think he did. So it's like, why? So yeah, he didn't play last game either. So it's just like, where has he been? I don't know. So if the team felt like they needed to make this trade for Vele to have a wide receiver 3, where's Brandon Cooks fall on the depth chart? Is he, like, to me, is he wide receiver 5? Like at this point, because like Mason Tipton has outperformed him this entire summer.
Yeah, man. And look,
and they pay, bro. I did not realize it until Greg Rosenthal's tweet, like, paid him $7.7 million guaranteed.
7.7. And how old is Brandon Cooks? Like 33?
And there 32? Was no competition for him. There was no competition for him.
No competition for him.
And we came out and defended that move, bro. We defended it a lot. And a lot of people were like, "Ah." So, like, for people who say that we're the always the negative podcast, and we came out and defended that move because it made sense. And that move is appearing to be a very bad move that they made.
Hashtag thank you for your service. Just another one of those, just veteran free agents that come to get that last little payday, But, in totality, like, when you look at, Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Vele, Cooks maybe, Mason Tipton. Okay. Got a little wide receiver core there,
Got Jawan. You got
Jawan in there.
Now I'm talking like offensive player. Jawan, AK, Kendre.
Okay. You can.
Wesley said Cooks played in the Chargers game. Shit, did he?
Did he have a catch? I just can't remember, man.
Man, I was at the Chargers game and it didn't seem like he played. Yeah, you know what? Yes, I think he did.
He did have a catch, didn't he?
Yeah. He sure did. One thing I will say that from this trade that I've been told that could be a negative impact is that there may be not that it's not known, but there could be a sense around the league that it's open season for a certain GM on airline. Between now and the start of the regular season.
I'm
also going to be very careful of how I say this because I don't have a lot of details, but I've also been told that there may be another move that may happen between now and the start of regular season. I was asking to get like clarity. Like all I asked for is like a position. All I was told is that the Saints have been working the phones. Speaking of Cesar Ruiz, of trying to trade, potentially, maybe trying to add an offensive lineman. So I don't know a player. Don't know what pick compensation. But all I'm going to say is that if this, and so obviously it would probably be an interior offensive lineman. If this team trades a top 100 pick for an interior offensive lineman, bro, when you have 4 first rounders and a second round pick, the crash out on this
take it. I can't take it. I can't take it.
The crash out I will have on this podcast will be insanely epic. Like if they trade like a third, and I'm going to be clear, I've not been told that. All I've been told is that they've called teams for offensive linemen, and I'm to be fair, I'm sure every team at this point is calling team for offensive linemen.
Yeah,
but because of what happened today.
Because Loomis is loosey goosey, it's like
there's this potential, like there's this, like he's our starter interior guard, but would you give us a third for him
now? It's like, oh my God, and it's like we've been saying that for weeks now. We was like, man, look, we expected the Saints to go out and do a little shopping, as we get closer to cut date. But it was like, keep it between the 5th and 7th picks.
What I kept saying, Wolf, I said 5th to 7th, Wolf, 5th to 7th.
And here they go. Now the 7th round pick they did give up is a 2027 7th round pick. So it's like, okay. I'm not tripping about the 7th, but just the 4th is like, anyway, they go.
Joseph Peters, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. How do you guys want to see the RB depth chart shake out? I mean, AK and Kendre obviously are RB1 and RB2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping Velus Jones on this team somehow.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I would say Clyde, because he's just probably trustworthy and like blitz pickup and just like doing. And he showed a little bit like breaking the tackle, wiggle, breaking tackles,
and then physicality,
and keep Cam Akers, get him away. Speaking, I mean, the Broncos preview, like this is gonna be a huge game for Devin Neal. Huge game for Devin Neal.
Is he gonna play? I don't know. I mean, I was listening to Keller today, and it sounded like he don't even know if Devin is going to play, but he's back. He's back at practice at least. I mean, practice squad maybe.
Probably more than likely, I would guess.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I know people like to think, oh, he's gonna get snatched up, but he ain't getting snatched up. Ain't nobody snatching up Devin Neal.
Bruh, I was watching that Bengals Commanders game, seeing fucking Bill Bill Merritt, bruh. Shit had me hot, bruh. Bill, the running back. Bill Cross Merritt, whatever.
Yeah.
They drafted in the 7th round, bruh.
Just looking good, bro.
Nigga, he ran with so much speed. I was like, get out of my face, bruh.
Yo, y'all fine. Like, remember we used to find those guys?
Yes.
Every year we used to find one of those guys.
Yeah, Jacoby. I mean, yeah, Bill Krosky Merritt. I don't know why he likes to go by Bill. But,
Bill,
we did like the last
the most random thing ever. They call me Bill.
Bill. It's Bill. It's Bill. It's so weird. It's like he's taking away like all of his like inner niggerdom. Like, no, it's not Jacoby. It's not Jacoby.
Apparently, it was like an inside joke when they was young.
Oh, okay.
Like, we just gonna call you Bill, and it just stuck with him.
So weird, bro. So weird, bro. Yeah, like to your point though, like that last the last player we got like that was Shaheed. It wouldn't be the same juice like that, but I think they might have something in Shipkins, which I want to see them give him an actual shot. Like I don't know.
No, but I think that running back you laid out, Alvin Kamara, Kendra, Vele Jones give you some special teams work. Then Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think that's a fine running back group. Obviously, Kendra is all contingent on health. But he's made it through this. He's made it so far, man. Like,
shout out
good
Kendra.
for him. Playing hard every week. I'm telling you, man. He's been so close to like busting one too. Like
with bad O-line blocking.
Bad O-line block, but he just get one more block. Like he's so close to busting one open, and I'm waiting to see it.
I would not play him on Saturday.
For real. Like for real.
I would.
You made it 2 weeks, bro.
Wouldn't, bro.
Chill, bro. Just run the hell out of Cam Akers.
All right. We are gonna take a break and listen to our dude Bajan's Precious Works LLC, and after that we will come back and talk about this QB1 battle because interesting thoughts. So be back right after this message. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheap, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Devaughn with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plug-in updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or the prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Okay, we're back. Let's talk about the quarterback one battle. I think the most interesting thing to me about this quarterback one battle is every other team in the league that's had a quarterback battle is. Wait, Mark said I can't help but think about Ice Cube and War of the Worlds after what Ryan said. Wait, what'd you say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about, Mark?
Who knows? Being a YouTube chat terrorist now, apparently. It says you have Riverside open in another tab. I asked you to close it.
Yeah, I closed all of them. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Go away. Is that every other team in the NFL that has had a quarterback battle has been announced who the starting quarterback is. And the Saints have not decided on that yet. I tweeted this on a thing 3-4 days ago now. And I essentially said, people, and I said this earlier in this podcast, this third preseason game is being given as they need to think this third preseason game to figure out who the quarterback one is. The coaches know. Coaches know. I can report on this podcast. Look, the coaches want to start Spencer Rattler. But you have office politics at hand, and when I say they want to start him, it's just because throughout the summer, I'm not going to say he has outperformed Shuck in every practice, but if you just were to do a tally of all the practices, Rattler has outperformed Shuck majority of those practices. And so, but when you have politics involved, where you have a GM who was involved in the selection of Shuck, you drafted where he was drafted, and you have the PR that if that quarterback is not starting week 1, you already know what Saints Twitter is going to be saying, bro. If they've already, it's already started.
Already started. Waste of a pick. Why didn't you just take Shador?
Take Shador. That pick could have been used on another skill position. Mason Taylor. That conversation's already starting to happen. So they're extending the quarterback battle to it doesn't feel like I know what it is. They're trying to give Shuck this third chance to
runway. Just more runway.
To win it. Now, I will say some of this is on Spencer, because if he had performed the way he performed in the game against the Jags like he did against the Chargers, then I think that decision would already been made. But he didn't. He didn't perform. He was uneven. He didn't perform that well. And so that runway is being given to Tyler Shuck. But people keep thinking these decisions are being made strictly in these 3 preseason games. There's been a whole training camp. There's been literally a month plus of practices. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I still think they're going to name Tyler Shuck starting quarterback week 1 when it's all said and done. Just because I think just because of the politics involved.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's one of the most interesting things I'm waiting to find out, because it's going to tell so much about Kellen Moore and his testicular fortitude, as you said. Staying on business, bro. For him, Tyler Shuck is his guy too. He's
it is
handpicked. So I'm sure part of him wants to see him.
Which is crazy. That to me is very telling that he drafted Tyler Shuck, and even he feels right now that for him to win football games right now, that he should be starting Spencer. Because again, I go back to and again, people want to make this a Shuck versus Rattler thing. Can we just stop? We both as a football team, we both want them to be, as a football team and as a podcast, we both want them to be successful. Period. However, you have to understand, I don't know what people potentially expected Well, I do know what, because again, like the propaganda that was put out after he was drafted, but he started 28 games in college. 2-8. It was just this like, and that's not fair for him to have like this expectation put on him, but like, that's how the cookie crumbles when you are a football player in the NFL. Like that's how it breaks down. So like it's just something we kept saying over and over again in the offseason. Like that 1 year of Rattler playing in the NFL is going to absolutely matters when it just boils down to actual football.
Bro. Absolutely, because he been in the line of fire, and just and people keep saying like he's a 26-year-old, supposed to be NFL ready, supposed to be NFL pro ready. It's like, who was saying that? Who was actually saying that? Media. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know some people in the Saints probably thought that. That's just a misevaluation, man. The guy was not pro ready. He is more developmental than people thought. And when you look at it through that lens of him as a developmental quarterback, he's doing great when you look at it through that lens, because it's like, wow, look at the growth. Literally 2 weeks ago, I'm wondering like, damn, can you even put him as a backup? Like, it was like get that bad to the point now I'm completely fine with him being a QB2 for a couple of weeks. I'm fine with him. I feel like he's grown enough to where he could handle the bullets. I thought he's shown maturation in the pocket, from what I've seen in the preseason. He's done good development, but when you look at it through the lens of, man, this is a 26-year-old that should be pro ready, then it just feels like a failure. It's like, oh man, what the hell are you guys doing? And
Jack Hunter said in the chat, I think to your point, said it really good. Shuck is not a day one starter, maybe not even day two. Kid needs time. If the Saints put that much pressure on the kid, it could destroy his career before it starts. And I think that's a real really accurate thing that like I don't really think that they're really considering.
Right.
If you're like,
and then you got to look at the whole team.
Mm-hmm. Like Cardinals, Niners, Seahawks, Bills, Giants.
You could destroy his confidence. And when I say confidence, I don't mean like, oh, I feel bad about myself, but like playing confidence, like being confident in the pocket. Like you just talked about, they still shopping for offensive linemen and stuff like that. Like this is a team that's in flux, and you put like a rookie who's developing, still in that development womb, is still learning the little subtle nuances of the NFL game, and you put him out there going against the Arizona Cardinals, who like to mix it up on defense, then the 49ers and the Bills and the boy, and then you run into this rut where he's seeing ghosts. His vision is dropping, not looking downfield anymore.
It's basically what Rattler dealt with last year.
Rattler is one of the toughest SOBs in the pocket you could find. And even it got too much for him because you're getting hit, you're getting blitzes coming from this direction, that direction.
Caleb Williams was a number 1 overall pick, one of the best generational quarterback prospects who's, in my opinion, has come around since Patrick Mahomes.
There's no perfect example than him. No perfect example than him.
He dealt with that pocket trauma. That pocket trauma.
That's the perfect name for it, pocket trauma. Because what does trauma do? It lingers. Like it, even when it's not happening, you still feel it. You know what I'm saying?
You still feel it.
And that's what happens when you get beat up in the pocket early. Is like it just sticks with you. And sometimes it's hard to let go. It's ruined careers. So that's my thing. Is like, why even risk that right now? There's no like, and that's not something.
Is the PR quote unquote nightmare? Is the tweets? Is the getting lambasted on sports radio and on pot? Is it really going to be that bad that you potentially? Now here's the thing. The flip side is, what if Tyler Shuck goes out there and Kellen Moore is able to like cook up an offense that says, on this play you throw here, on this play you throw like that's the inverse of it because who knows? Who knows? It is possible. But I remember, I give you a perfect example. Even with Bo Nix, I remember watching Bo Nix against the Seahawks in week 1. And Bo Nix had a shit ton of college experience.
I was just watching it.
Shit ton of college experience. And I remember watching him in that Seahawks game, and he looked lost.
I was just watching that. I was literally just watching that all 22, and I had put in the Discord. I was like, man, Bo Nix was struggling early last year, boy. It was
struggling, bro. In that week 1, like Mac McDonald had like, and he was, and that's the crazy thing is like he was still figuring out his defenses like early in the season.
Yeah,
and it's just hard, and so it's so I think Jake, someone in our Discord said it this week, like, man, how is it that we're just like a year's been removed and we're like Rattlers like in this is still in this like the politics of like this the same shit with them, bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But it just, I mean, it makes so much more sense to just roll with Rattler. I think Chris put it the best. Like, Rattler is probably best to handle the deficiencies of the team right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a deficient team. It's not the Broncos from last year. They don't have a stud defense and all this stuff going forward where you could kind of babysit, a quarterback. You just need somebody. And that's not to say Rattler has like, all this ability to carry a team, but he's somebody that just unfortunately he could withstand those bullets. We know he could do that. You know what I'm saying? And it might be somebody you need at least while you get talent, while you get your roster settled, while you figure out who's my offensive line going to be. Trevor Penning, he's still on the mend. When does he come back? Once you get all that settled, and then you could take a look at the landscape where Rattler had, has he been winning? How's he been performing? Then you could say, okay, when is the time I could put Shuck in? Is he ready? I don't see what's wrong with that process. Like that seems like a smart process to me. I don't know.
I feel like as long as you get 9 to 10 starts out of Shuck this year,
that's good. That's more than enough to me.
So you can evaluate him. Like what is
Drake made what started after what week 4, week 3, week 4.
Was it week 4?
Or
Shit,
week
I thought
6?
it was later than that.
I think it was week 6.
Yeah, I think it was week 6.
And they found out with a bad team, a very, very, very bad New England Patriots team, but they was able to see enough from him to be like, okay, we like what we see. Let's keep moving forward and build around him.
I don't think this would happen, but Wesley said with Mickey forcing Shuck to start and having him be so bad that he's benched by halftime against the Niners, which is week 2, be enough for Gail to have seen enough. But that would be. Do you know how
that's a risk though? That's a risk. That's a real risk.
Like, I don't even know how I could illustrate how bad that would have to be. That would he would have to have probably thrown like 2 pick sixes in week 1 and probably like another pick 6 in against the Niners.
I mean, bro, like, I don't care what you did in preseason. Regular season defenses are a whole different animal. Like, you can go back, you can watch preseason defenses, and it's so simple. It's cover 2 or cover 4 with DBs squatting on routes. That's all they're doing. And it's just the most simple defenses. You get a little stunt here and maybe a blitz there, but it's the most simple stuff. In the regular season, they mixing up coverages pre-snap. Then they got their post-snap coverages. Snap. It's like, oh my God. Then they got design blitzes and showing pressures and simulating pressures here. Boy, that's a nightmare, boy. Put Tyler Shuck in there. And I could easily see.
Well, I get scared. I do, bro. Like, that's not like it's not an indictment on him as a player. I think it's more an indictment of where he is in terms of his development.
Right.
But I can say that safely because that's what the coaches think, bro. Like, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. Like, that's where the coaches think. I'm
talking about a guy that just got a little comfortable 2 weeks ago, like a week ago. Just started getting like a little comfortable. It's like it just doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, I'm like, however they roll, like we'll see. Like I could completely be wrong. Maybe Shuck is more ready than they think. Maybe Kellen Moore can really manage it. Maybe they run the hell out the ball, simple passing game.
They're gonna have to, bro.
But that's not something I would risk. But it's so weird because like yesterday they said Rattler was with the ones, and the day he was with the ones, it's like, what is happening here? Like, what is exactly happening?
It's weird, Wolf. It's so weird. Like I feel like they want, like I really feel like they want him to have, like, they want Shuck to have like this great. When I say they, I mean Mickey Loomis. They want him to have like this great third. Like it's weird that they're even playing, like, that preseason game should be Jake Hayner extensive, bro.
Get Decker, 100 Deckers in there. Shit.
Like, anything. Speaking of preseason, we're just as we're wrapping this up against the Broncos. Like the Broncos are gonna play mostly like mostly like low second stringers and third stringers. But the Saints are gonna play Shuck and they're gonna play Rattler in this game on Saturday.
Now what support will they have? I don't know. Like, will they play Chris Olave, Shaheed? I doubt it. Then it's like, okay, how much are you getting out of that then? If you're just playing Pettis and all those guys. I don't know.
Is Vele playing on Saturday, bro?
I don't know. That's a good question. I want to find more about, like, how is his health? Because it's
is that nigga gonna pass is he gonna pass a physical?
Right. And the thing is with his issue, I think he's like he's healthy enough to like pass physicals and stuff like that, but like just gonna need that little rest time. Like, probably gonna see him on that injury report every week. DNP on Wednesday, then limited on Thursday, then full practice Fridays. One of those type of things. It's gonna be interesting, bro.
He on that Ram regimen at the end of his career, bro.
Damn, second year player, bro. But look, compensation aside, dude, not even making $1 million this year. Like, not even $1 million, like $900K this year. So you're getting a player for nothing monetarily, even though you gave up a 4th round pick.
What do you want to see out of this? I know a lot of second stringers, third stringers for the Saints are going to be playing, but like, what do you want to see?
Oh man, just everybody to finish healthy.
Healthy, please.
Could see if as much as Shuck plays, continue to show that growth, man. I want to see the growth. Show me a little something. Show me to continue growth in the pocket.
That's key.
Go get a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Go get a touchdown. He hadn't thrown one yet.
Yeah, he has. He threw one to Mason Tipton.
I'm sure he did throw a touchdown. Yeah, him and Rattler got pretty much the same stats. Pretty much. But yeah, just go out there and look good. Same for Rattler, man. Like, Rattler, go out there and just show that same fight he has been showing, man. Like, I'm proud of what he's done so far. And just kept fighting on, and you could just see, like, the picture like that the team put out, man. Like, he got a little extra to Rattler, man. Like, got a little something to him, And he's not going to end up being a starter long term or nothing like that, and that's fine. But I just want to see him, go ahead and give him that opportunity. I think he earned it. I think he earned the opportunity to at least start week 1 and take it from there. You know what I'm saying? And
do you think he's going to be named the starter week 1?
I'm going to say yes. Because I just want to believe in football and things that make sense. I want to believe in this crazy world that don't make no damn sense. I want to believe that some things still make sense, and that just makes sense to me. But I'm not putting no money on it. Don't ask me to put $1 on that shit.
Yeah, I would like to see. So we'll see if Fortner gets like the snaps at center. But I want to see if hashtag not a simp is going to get some run at right guard.
Please.
And if so, how he looked. Because if he looks as good or as decent as right guard as he's been looking at center.
I can't remember who said it, but it was like, man, he plays like an undrafted free agent. And it wasn't a diss, it was more like, man, he was just getting after it. Just like, man, I'm fighting for my life right now. That boy was out there playing, man. And I just love seeing that. Trying to think. Jonas Sanka, man, I just want to give him a shout out because he, after watching the All-22, I thought he played really well. In the Jaguars game, and even Kellen Moore shouted him out the other day at the presser. Trying to think who else stood out. I focused closely on Quincy Riley. I thought he played pretty good. Had some hiccups too. So it's interesting to see how that. We kind of stopped talking about the cornerback battle.
Yeah,
that's still kind of it's a shaky position. Trying to see where that ends up.
If I were to guess, this is just strictly a guess. I would probably guess that probably Yadam would probably be the week 1 starter if I were to guess.
I could see that.
Jake said him emerging as a third safety is huge for that Staley defense.
Huge, bro. Huge.
Yeah. It's just gonna be one thing that's gonna be fascinating to me is just preseason games on Saturday, and then I think the roster cut down to 53 has to be done Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. So like that period, we've already started seeing so many moves like that. It's gonna continue to happen. I still think this team is going to be active. Like they've already made 2 moves. I still think they're going to be active with the waiver claims. And this team may still have a trade or 2 in them. You just got to hope. Just got to hope. That's it. Leave it at that. Thanks to our dude Jim for saying this. Foskey getting 70 snaps and no stats. We are almost closer to Isaiah Foskey cut.
Foskey is going to play every snap in that game, bro. I promise you. Every snap.
Almost closer to Isaiah Foskey cut day. Gonna be a beautiful day. I might have 2 cut waters on a podcast on Tuesday, bro.
We about to get Dante on, bro. Let's go.
Yeah. Might send you an invite, Dante, just for our little Foskey segment, bro. Gonna be a beautiful day. We might. I'm a half 4. we gonna post it to TikTok and at Hannah. Just kidding. We not gonna. But it's this team, our team. We love them. We love them.
Love them, bro.
Gonna be interesting. We're gonna be interested to see how it all plays out. But they got juice. They got a big body wide receiver. They got juice. And
damn. That's
Don't close your eyes and forget how it got here. Just it's here. Anyway, we'll be back on Saturday where we'll have our Zoom live stream for the preseason game. We'll have our recap on Saturday as well. And then we will immediately come back not immediately, but we'll be back on Tuesday talking about the cuts, roster cut down. And then we'll probably have to come back on Wednesday because then there'll probably be like the claim day where they claim players and all that. So it's going to be a lot happening these next couple of this week, next week as the season is on its way. And then I'm sure it'll be announced at some point who the quarterback 1 is. So, Broncos fan for life said, just joined y'all got a good one. I was shocked. Thanks, Broncos fans for life.
Thanks, Broncos fan.
Pretty sure Devaughn Vele does not feel like that right now. I'm pretty sure he's shocked. But anyway, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Wesley said that Vele DMP knee Wednesday before the Cardinals game is gonna send me.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
Shotgun to the chest, bro.
Oh, man, because I can see it, bro. Oh, my God.
My team, no. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.